Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation Next Tournament here on the HomeBoiz channel. Today we're going to have Atticus Rhodes going up against Hassleberry Tyranno. We have Dragons versus Dinos today. And Atticus Rhodes had two different decks. One was kind of a Beast Warrior thing, but this Dragon Red Eyes deck is what he's most known for. And his boss monster, or his ace I should say, being the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. So you can only summon it by tributing the original Red Eyes, and it gets 300 attack for every monster in your graveyard. If it's equipped with the trap card Metal Plus, it could evolve into the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. The Darkness Metal Dragon is going to get 400 attack for every dragon in your graveyard, and whenever a spell card targets it, you can negate that effect. You can also discard cards from your hand to negate and destroy spell cards on activation. So very, very different from the Darkness Metal Dragon that everybody knows, and it's definitely really, really hard to bring out. That's why there's only one copy in here. Now, while half of the deck is really power focused and really tribute heavy for sure, the other half of the deck is really weak, and it's either focused on Swarm or just running through your deck in general. So you have Mass Dragon, who can summon weak dragons when it gets destroyed in battle. Soldier Dragons can summon low level dragons from your deck whenever they get targeted for a card effect. And Troop Dragon can summon another copy of itself from the deck when it gets destroyed by battle. So really there is that, and these 9 cards running through each other, getting themselves into the graveyard quickly, can really help boost the power of your Darkness Dragon. The spell cards that are really, really key here, you do have Stamping Destruction, which is MST plus 500 damage, but only if you have a dragon on the field. You have Red Eyes Fusion, really powerful. You're not able to summon any other monsters for the entire turn, but you can fuse from your deck, and you can go into a 3500 or a 3200, both of which have effects that cause burn damage. So if you can't get the job done by destroying monsters or, just by regular battle damage, this effect damage is what you're really gonna depend on. As far as digging through your deck quicker, especially in a 46 card deck, you have Dragonheart, which it also has the downside that you can't normal summon or set for the whole turn, but it gives one of your dragons 1000 attack points, and it also lets you throw away 3 dragons from your deck. So really, really powerful stuff, especially if you combine this with your Darkness Dragons. That's a massive, massive boost that you're looking at. Trap cards are pretty simple. Negate attack over here, 2 Red Eye Spirits to bring monsters back, a Burst Breath to hopefully clear the board. You have this unique anime card, Offensive Guard, which is kind of interesting. Also gives you a draw. Now, as for then you of course also have the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. It does 500 damage to your opponent every single time they activate a card or an effect. So really, the more effects and cards that they play, the more limited they are. They have to get rid of this thing ASAP. So that really forces some of their resources out. And it can bring back the original Red Eyes from your graveyard too. So that's pretty cool. Then naturally, the entire side deck is Red Eyes focused. Alternative Black Dragon can help give you a 4800 attack monster potentially. Retro Dragon can bring back monsters from the grave if he's in your hand. Red Eyes Baby Dragon is just really, really nuts combo wise and can search level 1 dragons for you. Black Metal Dragon can give somebody 600 attack points, and he can search any of the Red Eye spells and traps when he dies. The Blackstone Legend can just straight up summon your Red Eyes straight from your deck, or put dead Red Eyes back into your deck. Card of Redstone not only lets you dump up to 2 cards. Cards of Redstone not only lets you draw 2 cards, but it can let you get rid of 2 Red Eyes cards potentially, one coming from your deck as well. And then Red Eyes Insight can search all the different Red Eye spells and traps and get rid of a Red Eyes monster from your deck. So That's why I'm not concerned with the 46 card size. There's just a lot of ways to really thin through. And then Return to the Red Eyes is like a Monster Reborn that you can use once per turn. So that's pretty cool too. And really that's what Atticus's deck looks like. Round 1, I'm not sure how many duels he'll be winning, but once he throws in some of that support in the background, that's going to be really deadly stuff. So let's see how well he does. Okay, so up next is Hassleberry Tyranno, and he's actually running a dinosaur deck with a lot of interesting points here, right? So he plays a couple of evolution pills, and the whole idea is that one of your monsters takes these pills and they can actually let you bring out stronger monsters. New Ultra Evolution will turn your wing beast into a dinosaur from your hand. Big Evolution Pill will let you summon your tributes without tributing. And Ultra Evolution, the anime version, I believe this will allow you to actually bring out only light dinosaurs from your hand or your deck, and the requirement is banishing a dinosaur and a machine, which you only have one of in your deck. Dynabase actually can also fusion summon with any dinosaur in order to bring out Dynatank, and Dynatank is going to have the exact same attack points as whatever you used. So yeah, I don't think you're really going to see either of these cards happen too often, but if they do, that'd be kind of cool. You have Card of Variation here, which is super strong. So you draw 2 cards, and then at the end of your turn, you either throw a card away or take 3,000 damage. So right there, that's 3 different cards that can let you draw 2, which is really powerful. Jurassic World is a really good field spell for this deck, since the deck is really raw offense. Jurassic World will actually, 1, protect all your wing beasts and dinosaurs from your opponent's trap card effects, 2, give them 300 attack and defense points, and 3, let them switch into defense mode whenever they do get attacked. So really, Jurassic World is just absolutely beautiful. If it wasn't for these Card of Variation shenanigans that he has in his deck, I would have thrown in some terraforming for sure. Then if you do have Jurassic World on the field, you can actually use Volcanic Eruption at the end of your turn to more or less Dark Hole. The other 2 really good cards in this deck to look at are Jurassic Heart, which is a counter trap for the dinosaur deck, and Jurassic Impact. This is definitely a hard reset for here. So when your life points are lower, it destroys every single monster, and then each player takes 1,000 points of damage for every monster that they lost. Then until the end of your opponent's next turn, no one can normal or special summon at all. So for obvious reasons, I only included 1 copy because I don't want to see that happen too often, especially with all this draw and potential search power that it has. Oh, like Destroyersaurus. That's why I didn't put terraforming in. Destroyersaurus can discard himself from your hand to search Jurassic World. So yeah, there's that. The side deck is actually really more meta focused, and the more meta modern version of dinosaurs, they like to destroy themselves from the hand or from the field, specifically Petite Ranodon and Baby Ceratosaurus, because if they're destroyed by card effects, they let you special summon or search, something along those lines. I believe they let you summon monsters from the deck level 4 or lower. They also have the field spell Lost World, which does a lot of crazy things. I'll actually just get into that whenever it pops up in the duel. They really like filling the graveyard and banishing, so this deck can actually go really well and make better use of Tyranno Infinity. Kind of depends. Like Miscellaneous Saurus in specific, the more dinosaurs you have in your graveyard, you can actually banish all of them to summon a high level dinosaur straight out of your deck. So the more the merrier, really. You can get out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno really easily. He can put a bunch of monsters into defense mode, and when he fights a defense mode monster, he can just automatically destroy it and deal 1,000 damage, and he can attack all of your opponent's defense monsters. It's nuts. It's like a retrain of the OG boss Ultimate Tyranno, who can attack every one of your opponent's monsters 1 time each, but he has to be the first one to attack, so a little bit of a selfish boy. But yeah, that's Hassleberry's deck. Some brick potential, some potential to just not get a good enough combo going, but the side deck is monstrous. This was like a top 5 deck. So yeah, let's see how this duel goes. Okay, so round 1, Hassleberry's up first, and interesting that he started off with Jurassic World. He's just going to set an end with the 2100 Dynabase, but Atticus Rhodes is actually starting the duel off with Red Eyes Fusion, so he's locking himself off to all other summoning methods in order to get out the Meteor Black Comet Dragon. And so on summon, the Meteor Black Comet Dragon can actually throw away a Red Eyes from the hand or deck in order to do some quick effects damage equal to half of its original attack. So that's what he's going to do, and he's actually going to throw away a Red Eyes Wyvern, because Red Eyes Wyvern can bring out Red Eyes monsters from the graveyard at the end of the turn if you haven't summoned anything. So potentially that could be really, really good for the future. Now he's going to go ahead and set up the Jurassic World and actually use Destroyer-saurus to get out another copy to kind of get through his deck a little quicker, shortening it by that 1 extra card. And he might be relying on Volcanic Eruption soon, really, really depending. But in the meantime, Archaeonis has the ability to attack directly for 600, so he can just slowly chip away. Playing field life point wise is a little more even. Atticus Rhodes is going to go ahead and flip summon Soldier Dragons, bring out another Wyvern, and just go straight for the offensive. Jurassic World 1 is going to let him switch Archaeonis into defense mode, but also, since he's using an effect, Soldier Dragons is going to bring out another copy of itself to hopefully in the future bring out another copy, but he cannot use his trap card because it's only at the end of his turn. So now with more monsters on the field, maybe. Really hilarious that he actually drew the Jurassic Impact here as well. He's going to summon another Archaeonis for a quick 600, and still no Jurassic Impact. Interesting. So he's really, or not Impact, I'm sorry, Volcanic Eruption. So it seems like he's really, really holding on to that. But now that Atticus normal summoned, Jurassic Impact is going to actually pop here so that he can get an additional 1,000 points of damage off. So Hassleberry only takes 1k, but holy shit, Atticus lost 5,000 points there. And since no one can special summon either, he can't, even if he didn't normal summon here, he wouldn't be able to use Wyvern to bring somebody back. So Atticus is actually just going to go ahead and set that trap card down and pass turn. He can't do anything else. He can't even use Dragon's Gunfire for quick 800 burn damage because he has to have a dragon first to use it. So since no one can play in attack mode yet, he's just going to go ahead and set this. And now everything is reset, so he can go ahead and flip that up, bring out his, I forget what this thing is called, Elementsaurus. And with 18 and 21, thanks to the Jurassic World, he's going to go on the offensive and try to get back at Atticus for all of this. So unfortunately for him, it's a Troop Dragon. So he's able to bring out, oh, actually no, he's not, because of Elementsaurus' effect. Since there's an Earth monster on the field, he can negate any monster he destroys in battle. So Hassleberry is able to attack for 21, and that is game. But it doesn't even matter because Hassleberry has game. For this round, Hassleberry is going to go first once again, and he's just going to set and end with the Jurassic Egg. So here, Atticus is going to open up with the Red Eyes Fusion, start off with the Meteor Black Comet Dragon, who's just going to go ahead and do some effect damage, I believe. Sacrificing the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, which is actually pretty crazy to think about. It's going to swing over the Jurassic Egg easily and pass turn with a T-set. So all Hassleberry can really do is try to swing over the defense monster, but it happens to be a Red Eyes Baby Dragon, so here comes an OG Red Eyes to follow. He has nothing else to follow up with. I mean, there's Earthquake to put monsters on defense mode, but, you know, on Atticus' turn, he'll just switch them back. He has nothing else to go off of, so Atticus really just gets to go on the full-on offensive strategy here. Has another baby dragon that he's going to actually crash itself in order to bring back another Red Eyes from the deck with a power boost, and he's just going to do massive damage. Hassleberry has 300 life points. I'm not even pausing anymore. He got nothing, so he can Earthquake here, I guess. Swing over one dragon, but not even, because Atticus doesn't even get a deck. Ultimate FU. And he actually got so now he tributed his monsters just to swag on him with the Red Eyes Darkness for extra points. 4,800. GG.
Turn your appearance to a disappearance. I fuck with nothing but gangsters, nothing but hustler niggas. Sound off, sound off.